Hey everyone, Alex here with Rowan Health and Wellness. Today I want to talk to you guys about actually a novel idea of not just when you eat, what you eat, but who you are when you eat and how that impacts your body's ability to digest. Digestive stress is looking at who you are while you eat. There's a body of thought out there about you are 25% what you eat and 75% who you are while you're eating. So let me explain that. It is very important to keep in mind about what you're doing while you're eating and how your body is affected by that. So when you're eating under stress, I have been one of those multitaskers. I try to fit everything into my day. I'm eating in front of my computer. I'm answering emails. I've got my phone in one hand, my fork in the other, and I'm not even paying attention. Half the time I don't even know when the bowl is actually empty because I'm too busy doing something else. And when you eat under stress, your body actually has a different way of digesting. Basic things like your saliva enzymes in your mouth are reduced. So you're not starting to break your food down as quickly. So the breakdown of proteins, carbs, and fats in your stomach is actually slowed. So again, and if you're someone like me who already has low stomach acid, you really need to slow it down because your body's not able to start digesting and breaking things down so you can absorb them properly. So the other thing too is the blood flow to your gut is decreased almost fourfold when you're under stress and while you're eating. Your blood flow is what helps to absorb through your stomach or through your intestine lining those minerals and vitamins and be able to take them from your gut and start delivering them into the cells of your body where you need them in order to function. If the circulation isn't moving around where it should be because it's too busy dealing with the stress that you're under, you're not getting the benefit of the food that you're eating. So a quick way to kind of tell this is A, what you're doing while you're eating, but have you ever finished eating a meal or you've eaten it so quickly that you've eaten a large amount of food, but you still feel hungry when you're done? Chances are that's a sign that you've actually eaten under stress. You have two different branches, so this is a little on the technical side, but just to kind of help you understand, you have two branches of your nervous system. You have your parasympathetic and your sympathetic. When your parasympathetic is in control, it's when you're resting. And this is when your body is able to digest properly. Your body can use and metabolize fats and burn fats the way it's supposed to, that much more efficiently. And it absorbs nutrients from your food, which is the ideal. When you're eating, you want your body to be able to actually use that. Now, sympathetic is in control. That's your fight or flight. That's when you are stressed, you're multitasking, you're busy, you're not even paying attention to the fact that you're eating food sometimes. That's your fight or your flight. That's your stress response. Unfortunately, during that response, your body isn't able to mobilize and metabolize fats properly, so it stores it because it figures you're kind of under stress, you're running for your life. That's what your body thinks you're doing. So it stores it, and that's how you end up with additional fats. So looking at that fight or flight, our bodies have yet to kind of adapt to this mentality of us sitting at a desk and feeling the same kind of stress we would if our bodies were in the middle of a fight or we were running from our lives from a wolf in the woods. Our body has those mechanisms to adapt, to overcome, to be able to give us what we need when we need it. So if you're running for your life, you need all of your blood going to your muscles, not to your gut to digest the food that you just ate, because you're probably not eating because you're running for your life or you're fighting off an enemy of some kind. And that's what your nervous system thinks you're doing. So that's how it's going to function. We are yet to be able to shift modes for our body to understand when we're feeling that stress of a deadline, our boss at work, things of that sort, running around, I have all these errands that I need to do before the end of the day. Our body can't distinguish. We're not running for our lives, but it still just realizes that we're under stress. What happens in those instances are that exact thing. our bodies function in the sense of we're running for our lives, which usually we do not eat while we're running for our lives. So to help this, let's just relax, slow down, and enjoy. Take the time to eat and enjoy your food. So I have 3 steps to look at how you can help your body kind of enjoy and eat properly. And this is when you look at cultures like the Italian culture, they eat a lot of food. The French also, they eat all kinds of foods that we would in North America think, oh my goodness, how do you stay so thin? But if you look at them, when they eat, they're not in a rush, they're not distracted, they're relaxed, and their bodies can use that food properly and metabolize it properly. And as a North American culture that's go, go, go all the time, we really don't do ourselves a justice by being stressed while eating and multitasking. So step number 1, slow down. This was a big thing for me because I would literally be like, okay, I need to eat. I know I need to eat. I got some good food that I brought to eat, but I eat it while I'm multitasking and running between point A to point B. As a nurse practitioner, I would be between patients and I'm like, okay, I just need to like scarf something down so I have something to keep me going, but was actually doing some harm in the sense that I wasn't giving my body the chance to even metabolize it. So how long should it take for you to actually eat a meal? And how long do you take to eat a meal? Have you thought of that? The evidence says 20 minutes is about the time that it should take for you to eat the food that comes and sits in front of you, for your body to be able to essentially use it properly and register that you're actually full. So 20 minutes. When was the last time you actually ate a meal in 20 minutes? Taking that time, if you find that it's a kind of a native idea to you, just adding 5 minutes. So it might be you're going to chew slower, you're going to chew more, which is then going to increase that salivation in your mouth and start breaking your food down. It's going to increase the amount of stomach acid you have to break that food down properly. So you actually don't get indigestion after you're done eating, because your body has a chance to start breaking it down properly from the beginnings. So slowly add every day. Try to keep adding, 3 to 5 more minutes with each meal until you reach that 20-minute mark. And again, it depends. You might be able to eat your breakfast in 20 minutes at home because you're not under stress, but then when you get to a different environment, you find that you're wired and you have to run through. It's that point that you kind of need to start being mindful of how you're eating and what's going on with you while you are eating. And the fun thing, try to get family and friends and other coworkers in line. Go for lunch together and dedicate that you're going to eat for 20 minutes. Chances are they're probably suffering from some of the same stuff as you. Everybody's body is unique, but this is kind of one of those universal principles that we could probably apply. So, family, tell them we're going to start, trying to eat the 20 minutes so you can last longer. Make it fun. Breathe. So if you're really, really stressed and you're like, okay, I'm going to sit down and I'm going to eat and I'm going to eat for 20 minutes and you're still stressed though, you still need to bring yourself down a little bit. And the best and the quickest way to do that is literally to just breathe. It's free. You can do it anywhere, anytime, with every meal. Just before you eat, so it's the 5-5-7 kind of rule. 5 seconds to inhale, hold it for 5 seconds, and let it out for 7 seconds. Do this about 6 or 7 times. Try to get all the way up to 10. That should be able to reset your nervous system and take you from that sympathetic into that parasympathetic, so your body's ready to have the circulation available, ready to have all of your enzymes ready to go. So you feel like you're in a good place and you're not stressed when you're about to start eating. And the last one, use your senses. I love the movie Eat, Pray, Love. And when she's in Italy and she's rediscovering her love for pasta, she enjoyed it. You savor. Get back to savoring your foods. Appreciate it, whether you're a foodie or not. I love food. I do. And looking at it, what does it look like? What are the colors? How did it come? How is it arranged on your plate? You know, there's probably a chef back there that put some, effort into how things come out, or how the person who prepared your meal makes it look. What does it look like? Is it appealing? What's the smell? I mean, that one's a pretty obvious one. Smell it before you eat it. How does it smell? Start those sensations. Start the mouth watering kind of feeling of just having a good aroma coming from your food. What does it feel like on your tongue? Give it a chance to melt on your tongue. Roll it over your tongue. How does it feel? The taste, obviously. Take time to taste it. If you're eating it so quickly, you barely have a chance for it to skid by your taste buds before you appreciate the taste of the food that you're about to have. And the sounds. I know that sounds kind of funny, but think about the last time you were maybe in a Mexican restaurant and they had fajitas and there was kind of that little crackle that came with it. Or when you crunch into your bread. I mean, this is maybe those stretching it a little bit, but really try to get back to enjoying the food that you're eating. It really helps the relationship of your body accepting the food. If you have the mindset, I really shouldn't be eating this, oh, this is terrible for me, your body's already kind of set up with this, ooh, we should resist this, we're going to attack this, we're under stress because we shouldn't really be doing this. Love your food, savor your food, enjoy your food. Try to have mealtime as something you enjoy and delight your senses in. So that's it for me today. So again, thank you guys for joining, and I wish you health and happiness.